On page 8, the Hindu actually carries an image depicting Nehru Trophy boat race, which is a very historic, popular sporting event held in Kerala. At the Punamara Lake in Alappuzha near Kochi. It's part of Kerala's rich cultural heritage. It's essentially a boat race. Is that clear? It was inaugurated in 1952 by the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. So the trophy is named after the first Indian Prime Minister, the Nehru trophy. The boat race is widely watched event. It's a historic cultural event as well. Where a boat competition is held, as you can see here, where different boats with different designs are used to compete against each other. The most popular race is snake boat race, where the boats are given the shape of the snake in front. So snake boat race of Chandan Vallam are most popular event, and there are other types of boat race as well. And people in Kerala, they prepare for this, built custom boats for this, and they train for this. It's a very reputed event which is held in the month of August in the historic backwaters of Kerala, which is a part of Webinar Lake system. Vebanadu Lake system, which is one of the biggest and most important wetland ecosystem in India. Is that clear? So please note down the key facts. Next, on page 9, there is a reference to Neoma Advanced Landing Ground, or ALG. Indian Air Force is stepping up its border infrastructure along the line of actual control to deal with the threat posed by China, and to get up our security preparedness. India is stepping up its border infrastructure and military preparedness, and as a part of the ongoing modernization, the Neoma ALG Advanced Landing Ground is being reactivated and refurbished so that it can accommodate large aircraft as well. These are clear. So please look at the map. Also is located where the Neoma is located, and to the south of lake. This is this lake where the latest border clashes took place on the southern bank of Penang. So to the south of Chushal sector, where Neoma is located, currently we only have a helipad and a small airfield. So this will be upgraded with a 10,000 feet runway. So it can be accommodate all the fighter jets and transport aircraft from Sukhoi 32 Rafale to all major fighter jets. We have including the big transport aircrafts, the C-130J, Super Hercules, C-17, Globemaster. All fighter jets and transport aircrafts can be accommodated once a Neoma Advanced Landed Ground is updated. So this project has been started by Indian Air Force, and it's already accommodates the important helicopters like Chinook, Apache. Chinook is a helicopter, and Apache is a attack helicopter, transport helicopter, and it is an attack helicopter. Even Mi-17 is a Russian origin, where Chinook Kadapsi is one of the American origin. So we are deploying the advanced aerial asset to the front line of LAC. It's very close here to the disputed border between India and China. So India is stepping up its preparedness by activating advanced landing grounds. In fact, we already have such advanced landing grounds in the region, in the Ladakh region. Can you see this? DBO stands for Dollar Bay, Goldie near Karakoram Pass and Phuket. Over D beyond, we already have this advanced landing grounds. These are basically small airstrips. It's not like a air base. It does not have all facilities. It's only a semi-prepared airstrip where aircrafts, fighter jets and helicopters can land, and these are developed near forward areas. And actually many of these airstrips of World War era created by the British, but they had and ignored over a period of time. So since last 20 years, as part of modernization efforts, Indian Air Force has been reactivating these advanced landing grounds. So please make note of these locations. In Arunachal Pradesh as well, we have our advanced landing ground towards the Chinese border. Please identify the location, post the name of the location in the comment. Next on page 10, it's been reported that Prime Minister Modi has laid down the foundation stone for a dedicated temple for renovated, reowned poet and social reformer Saint Ravidas. It's a very important topic as far as history and art and culture is concerned, because Saint Ravidas is a revered figure, especially amongst the Dalits, among the scheduled caste in northern India and central India. So in his honor, a temple has been started, right? The foundation stone has been laid down by the government of India is backing this project for a temple to honor Saint Ravidas. It's coming up in Madhya Pradesh, at Sagar in Madhya Pradesh. This temple will be built at the cost of 100 crore rupees to be funded by government of India. All right, so it's in this context, contribution of Saint Ravidas becomes very important. He is a mystic poet, saint, who is seen as a part of Bhakti movement. He is seen as a founder of Ravidasa religion in 15th-16th century, and he is widely revered and worshipped in northern India and central India, and seen one of the leading spiritual figure under social reformer. Is that clear? He is closely associated with Sikh faith, and with the Sikh religion he completely dismissed and the caste based system and the Varna system, and he vocally expressed his disapproval of the Varna based caste system, and that lead to atrocities against the lower classes. This is what makes Saint Ravidas very popular. This is widely revered, or even today in northern and central India, even the Sikh followers widely revered the Saint Ravidas, and even scheduled Dalits has in north and central they widely worship the Saint Ravidas. So please take a note of this, and key points I have added here, some of their point as well. You can help in your prelims. Next article that deals with the page number 11 help you understand the importance of helium in the MRI scanners. Helium in MRI scanners are a very small fact for your prelims from science and technology. I hope you know that helium is a second most abundantly available in the universe. Correct, it's the second most abundant element in the universe, but on Earth its availability is very rare. It's usually actually a rare commodity, a rare element on Earth, but helium is critical for your MRI scanners. Because liquefied helium which is extracted from natural gas reserves. Helium is extracted from liquefied helium. This is used as a coolant to cool down the large superconducting magnets that make up your MRIs. The magnetic resonance image, which are critical in medical diagnostics, right? These supermagnets, these large superconducting magnets, they have to be cooled down, and cooling agents used is liquefied helium, which is extracted from natural gas reserves. But because of the Russia-Ukraine war, the supply of helium was very badly affected, as Russia-Ukraine were major suppliers. Because of the disruption in the global supply chain caused by Ukraine war, supply of helium was disrupted, so medical industry was feeling the impact. MRI scanners couldn't be developed and sold, and many Indian hospitals labs were struggling to get hold of the MRI scanners. So now Indian company was developed the first Indian made MRI scanner. Is that clear? A Bengaluru based company has developed the first indigenous MRI scanner, which could help reduce dependence on foreign vendors. So here understand the role of helium, how it extracted, and its role in MRI scanners. Next, another small topic on the same page is India UAE have held a naval exercise known as Zayat Talwar. India UAE are building very close strategic defense relation of late. So a joint naval exercise called Zayat Talwar was held at a critical port near Dubai, at Port Rasid port. Russia is a key port of UAE. So that's where a naval exercise has recently concluded between Indian Navy and UAE. UAE's Navy. Next on the same page we have an article that refers to the Suru River. The river has been referred to in this article. Again, the article is not relevant. The article is referring to disaster that happened in Ladakh near Suru River, and dead bodies float in the river and enter Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and how the bodies which are recovered later in Pakistan and Pakistan occupied Kashmir, they can't be returned back, thus highlighting the humanitarian situation, and the Pakistani authorities on there carry out the burial of these bodies should have washed off from India side, right? So please understand the alignment of Suru River. It is very important from geography point of view. Suru River is one of the key tributaries of Indus. It's a part of Indus drainage basin, and its flow through Kargil district of Ladakh, the Suru Valley, and enters Pakistan occupied Kashmir and reaches Balochistan, because these are the areas where Pakistan has illegally occupied from India, right? The Gilgit-Balochistan region, this whole region where that you see, we refer to this Pakistan occupied Kashmir as Pakistan is in illegal occupation of this Indian territory. So Suru River is over here. You can see that in the map, river, a small tributary of Indus River. Some of the landslides, floods that happen in Ladakh, in Leh and Kargil, they push the dead bodies into the river and they flow down in the Gilgit. These dead bodies are later recovered in the Gilgit in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So please understand where is Suru River located, and its tributary of Indus flowing through Kargil districts of Ladakh and then enters the POK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir, enters Gilgit-Balochistan. Last article for today is that according to UN, high caliber weapons, NATO caliber weapons, which is advanced weaponry, is falling in the hands of ISKR, ISIS. What is ISIS? ISIS both are same. It stands for Islamic State Khorasan province. It's a branch of Islamic State in Afghanistan. See, the primary Islamic State, that is this is ISIL. It's a primarily centered around the Levant region, around the Iraq and Syria. The main organ of the Islamic State, also called ISIL, and the Islamic State in Syria, Iraq, Levant region, also called Baysan Arabic. It's mainly centered around Iraq and Syria, but a branch of ISIS exists in Afghanistan, which is called ISIS. So this branch of Islamic State aims to overthrow the government. Here capture, control and establish a so-called Islamic Caliphate known as Khorasan province. This aim of the ISIS extends to part of India as well. That is why the group is a threat. It has carried out deadly attacks against Indian targets in Afghanistan. It has bombed a Sikh Gurudwara in Kabul, right? It has targeted Indian interest. Now this notorious terrorist outfit has been getting a supply of high caliber, high grade weapons from the other terrorist group operating in the region. That's what an UN has pointed out, because along Pakistan, Afghanistan built around this border, which have a plenty of terrorist organizations that are operating. You have Al-Qaeda, you have Taliban, the Afghan Taliban, which is currently in power. You have TTP, Taliban Pakistan, and Pakistan branch of Taliban. You have also ETIM, the East Turkestan Islamic Movement, or TAP, which is also called TAP, Turkestan Islamic Party. This is a group targeting China. It's made up of new radical vigor, right, who feel oppressed by China to liberate Xinjiang provinces of China. They are fighting a war of terrorism against China. So this terror outfit called ETIM, East Turkestan Islamic Movement, are also called TAP, Turkestan Islamic Party. Even this has a presence along the Pakistan-Afghanistan border. It has connection with Al-Qaeda, Afghan Taliban, and strike Taliban Pakistan. These terrorist groups, they are procuring advanced weaponry, NATO grade weaponry, and supplying it to ISIS, or Islamic State Quran. So this is how terror groups are connected, and they often work together. They also connection with the organized criminal groups and arms trafficking groups. So this concerns has been flagged by the UN, and this is of relevance for India as well. So this brings my discussion to an end. Please take a look at all the mains questions, answering the questions of your practice. So please head to the comment section and practice your mains, post your mains answers. First question, examine the significance of manuscripts and how India is trying to conserve them. Illustrate the role of Assam Rifles in upholding India's security interest. That's all in 250 words. Post your answers. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe for more updates.